Friday. Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. And I'm making one more stream for tonight, and then I'll be getting some rest and sleep. I have me spam ham. I'll probably put back the camera. Hold on. I don't know if people are like into this type of thing, spam ham. But check it out. Boom. And yeah, I'm eating it cold. It's not fried or anything because it's not that bad for you like this. All it is it's already cooked. It's kind of like a liverwurst type of way, but mostly ham. It's spam ham. Oh, what was there? Huh? Just a little tiny crumb of spam ham there. Uh-oh, am I that visible? Oh, that's right. They do cut the camera off when they're
in ancient days,
loading you into their online network. But you can play this offline. You don't need to have online to play it. You don't need PlayStation Plus to play it.
To bond and grow
offline and solo.
With any monster they should know. The people then would call them so. Riders. Those who forge bonds with monsters.
This is just the intro, but like it's only that, you know. There was something in there, man, I swear. I don't know what it was, but or maybe it's just one of my fillings over here in my tooth. Yeah, guys, I got a bunch of fillings. My whole teeth is mostly just filling, but like there are still parts of my tooth that are connected to those fillings. And you know, I'm trying to do my best to take care of all these tooth, even though they're mostly fillings. Oh yeah, when I was a child, I was a spoiled brat, and my dad and my mom, they never spoiled me. They just treated me with love and care. And you know, because there are times where they'll try to say, no, you ain't getting this, you know. So that shows they never spoiled me. Maybe sometimes they will spoil me, but not every time. So in a way, I'm not really spoiled because of my parents spoiling me. I was just, it's a lot of it's mostly due to disability here. And I have like 3 disabilities. One of them being ADHD, the second being slight autism. And the final one, slow learning. Turns out slow learning mostly comes from the other development of ADHD. So if you have ADHD, you're at higher chance to develop another disability called slow learning. And people who have those type of disabilities, if they go to stress, they got, like, the way they usually have stress is posture sways or tics, you know?
When darkness is
Tics
born and black
shut up.
dread spreads with fright, the Savior is sick. Shall respond to our cries.
I'll mute my mic, guys, so you guys can hear the
Astride a white dragon they'll take to the skies. Then blight will recede and the light will live on. With rider of monsters. And champion of bonds.
Lilia, you know we're not supposed to be here.
I'm sure it was around here. I found a monster egg.
Oh, guys, I never beat this game, so, but I know it's based off of the anime, and I know basically the end of the story is basically you and your main character trying to defeat the monster that attacked the village, which is basically the Nargacuga, like in the anime. In the anime, the whole point of the story is that red-haired dude that is in the anime also, and of course Lilia. They're both basically the side characters of the anime. The main character, I believe his name is Rex. I'm not too sure. Hold on. I'll just play that.
You do want to see a monster egg,
And
right?
I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. So you guys can enjoy this.
I guess.
Ooh. Don't tell me you're scared.
What? No way! I'm gonna be a rider next year, and riders aren't afraid of anything. Whoa!
Look at you jump. So, you're not scared, huh?
I'm not scared. I just tripped, okay?
So yeah, I just looked up the name of the main character on the anime of Monster Hunter Stories 1, and it's Lute. And this guy who we see in front of us is the one from the anime when the Nargacuga attacks his house. and his mom is in his house, in her house. You know, the house that he's from, basically, the home he was raised in, you know. Uh, Basically,
Hey, come on,
as the
Slowpoke.
main story
Let's go find
continues,
that
when
egg.
the Narga
You're
Kuga
not afraid, right?
attacked the
Then prove
village,
it.
not destroyed it, but like there was actually a few houses, but they weren't in that bad of shape. Nothing that they couldn't fix, but like
Okay. Okay.
his
Let's
house,
go.
the house that he lives and you know, Lute and this character here, they they usually live in the same house, but that's because he is kind of like, in a way, like Lute's brother, and
That's the spirit.
Lute
Let's split up
and
and
him,
search.
they're basically family, but like, because Lute was actually found as a child or something, and Lute as a child was living there in the
If you
village
find the egg, whistle.
that red hair character.
Then we'll meet you there.
How do you say
Okay.
his name? Yeah, I forgot. It shows the character's name there, but I forgot his name. I could just check when I talk to him as an NPC. But like, because the Nargacuga attacked his home, and that home wasn't just his home, it was Lute's home, because Lute doesn't really have anywhere to live. He lives with the guy with the red hair. Hold on, let me find out his name.
Hey there.
Cheval. So, Cheval, I believe that's how it's named. Lute and Cheval, they're like brothers. But when the Nargacuga attacked Cheval's home, meaning it was also, it was also Lute's home. So when Cheval lost his home, basically Lute lost his home as well, because they both live in the same house. Lute was found as a child without no parents whatsoever. But just wait for it, guys. You'll really get some not bad emotional vibes, but kind of like feeling bad kind of thing. You'll probably feel bad for the character if you're like a very soft, emotional person in real life. Because I know there's a lot of soft-hearted content creators who stream JRPGs for a living. Hey, I remember, there's a lot of people. I remember when this one Twitch streamer who uploads her clips from Twitch onto YouTube as like short, small clips or compilations. And she's the reason why I actually got into Xenoblade Chronicles, as her as a content creator inspired me to try the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, because I don't think I ever had Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition at all, not even digital, So when I watched her stream the game and I saw her emotions, man, it literally got to me. And she usually streams with like a face cam usually, and not only does she play the main story of the game, but she reacts to it, And oh yeah, I remember streaming Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh boy, it was really emotional, and I never bothered to spoil the ending for me because I was like, I'd rather find out what happens at the end myself. But I know there's DLC that it's not just Xehanort you're facing, but like I didn't bother to play the fight that's how you say it, I believe his name is oh, what is his name? I believe it's what was his name? It's the very end game boss for the DLC itself. You know how you got Remind as the DLC? Oh yeah. Not worth fighting that guy. It's like you can only face him around I believe if you're lucky enough, I believe it's around 3 different difficulties, or 2, I could be wrong, it could be 2. But I believe it's either normal, hard, and very hard, or just hard and very hard. And, no, actually, very hard and expert. That's what they usually call the difficulties in Kingdom Hearts. You have, yeah. And like, oh, it's not worth it, man. I'd just rather watch the main cutscene from when the pros end up being it, and I'd rather just watch the fighting style of the I remember his name, Yozora. His name was Yozora. And when you like, there's 2 endings when you're fighting him. You either lose the fight and your character who you play as is basically Sora, and when you as Sora get defeated, you basically have this scene that they take inspiration from Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, and basically, you know, in 13 you have Lightning, Farron, Sarah Claire Farron, and Snow, Hope, Vanille, Fang, but like some of them characters appear later on. And once they, you know, all this is about them fulfilling their focus. And when Lightning Claire Farron's sister fulfilled her focus, which she did, she ended up fulfilling her part of the focus, and she was crystallized. She turned into crystal. But like the whole story with the crystal thing is basically once you fulfill your focus, you have an eternal rest. And once you wake up from that eternal rest, because it'll be like, it takes like a bunch of years to wake up. I believe like maybe 2 or 3 years. Not that, I don't think it, actually it might not be that long of a time of years. But like, but when they wake up from slumber, from crystallization, they basically still look young, you know, until after their abilities, like after they get out of the crystal state, they don't have immortal. They're not immortal, but like they still have magical powers, like abilities and stuff still in there. Their I guess you can say, like usually, like any other Final Fantasy game, you usually have mana and HP. So they basically now have the abilities to control mana. even when they woke up from Crystal. So, I played the other one, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. Basically, in the beginning, you're just playing as Lightning for the tutorial, and you fight this giant dragon. It's like there's this dark dude who, one of the main antagonists in Lightning Return. I think it's Lightning Return. No. I think it's Final Fantasy 13-2. Yeah. 13-2, not Lightning Return. I think in Lightning Return it's just Lightning Claire Farron, who is trying to fix everything that was happening in the second game, where you got okay, hold on guys, I might have to turn the camera on off because there's a chance you might not actually be seeing my face. So, in Final Fantasy 13-2, there's this character. It's a male antagonist, and basically Lightning Claire Farron saved his ass, and Lightning Claire Farron gave him one task. That task being to protect her sister, her younger sister, who was basically already on the way of getting married. No, actually, I believe they did actually get married, but I don't think they had the chance to get the wedding,
Wow, it's so
and
pretty.
basically Sarah Claire Farron, Lightning's sister, had these abilities, and so she also had knowledge on how to fight.
I wonder what's inside.
So in the second Final Fantasy 13 game, you had the male character who is fighting alongside Sarah Claire Farron. So Sarah Claire ended up learning how to fight and do combat because in the second game of Final Fantasy 13, they basically have no choice but to learn how to fight and do combat. And Lightning, Sarah Claire tried to learn how to fight because she just wanted to be stronger. She wanted to have the strength to fight alongside her other allies. You have a few of her friends who mostly comes from Snow, and oh boy, at the end of Final Fantasy 13-2, Sarah Claire had used a type of ability till the very last part of the game, until the very ending of the fight. So in the final fight, in that last final cutscene, because early on Sarah Claire ends up finding out her powers are actually very, very dangerous, but yet she still uses them. And because she uses them, it basically drains her life. So basically her power, her ability is to see what's going to happen in the time loop, because she's basically traveling through different timelines. So what they did with Final Fantasy 13 2 is they did a similar thing that Kingdom Hearts does. Timeline after timeline after timeline. But with Kingdom Hearts, you're going through different worlds from Disney characters that are from that world. In Final Fantasy
Become riders?
13
How are we
2,
supposed to do that?
it's just its own timeline story. So it's basically this one dark shadow dude and
Here.
I believe the main male protagonist of Final Fantasy 13
First,
2,
hold up your
I believe his
kinship
name is
stone.
Noel Christ, I believe. Yeah, Noel Christ, I believe. His name is Noel Christ. And he comes through a portal in time loop to
These are just regular
protect
rocks.
Sarah Claire. And the dark guy is basically someone that Noel Christ actually knows. And basically he's the one doing most of the fighting.
Hey,
Um,
attention.
You know, because sometimes the female protagonist
This is a
herself
sacred ritual.
ain't really
Be
that big of a
respectful.
fighter, you know.
Whatever you say.
Alright.
Next,
As soon as I get to the town, guys,
now tell the egg your name.
you know, I'm just gonna skip this because I just want to get to the main town and get the character customization done. So, alright, face type, we're gonna put chubbiness. Oh crap, hold on. Alrighty. I would say, there we go. Perfect. Alrighty, eyes. I believe my eyes are more like a dark brownish, like that color maybe. Oh crap. There we go. Perfect. And mouth. I'm gonna make myself look goofy maybe. Or maybe I'll make my character look more like Lute's mouth. Which is, let's see. I think this is more of like Lute's mouth. You know what? No. I'll make the mouth look like mine. I usually have this weird looking face and my lips look weird sometimes. Kind of like, let's see, this type of thing here. Unless, yeah. Okay, this would be more my facial face lip style. Oop, hold on. Hairstyle. I would guess. Nope. 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 That's a girl's hairstyle. Nope. Nope. Wait a minute. I have Shovel's hair. Oh, I believe this is similar to the type of hairstyle that Lute has. You know what? Okay, hold on. Hair color. boom, boom, and boom. Voice. Oh my god. Oh. No. Okay, I guess I'd do it the way it is. Enter my name. Alrighty. And boom. Okay, once I get into the main game,
Sacred kinship stone.
I'll probably be
Bind
ending this
thyself to
stream.
this young spirit.
End this stream. I mean, no. Skip the cutscene, I mean. Alrighty. Alrighty. I can't skip this. Finally, man. Oh boy. What the hell, man? Please tell me. No. Oh man, where's my house, man? Oh, I have to do this cutscene in order to do so.
Aw, little baby still can't fly properly.
He's pretty big for a baby, isn't he?
Hey, you little brat! You broke the rider's code and entered the forest?
What?
You're finally home, Cheval. I was so
Mom,
You even caused trouble for Dan. Go and apologize. You'll do that.
I believe now
Straight
there's
back
gonna
for
be a
dinner.
cinematic.
I'll be waiting.
What would you have done if a fully grown Rathalos had shown up? Oh, just thinking about it sends chills up my spine. You were right. We're going to see Chief Omni.
Alrighty. Nope. Are you kidding me, man? I don't think there's any way for me to save unless I find a house that I can go into. Crap. I guess I'm gonna have to probably skip the cinematics, huh? Wait a minute, is my house up here? Nope. Alrighty. Oh, I think it's up here. Is it? Nah. Damn. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with the cinematics. Alright guys, I'm gonna mute myself while the cinematics are starting, so yeah.
They'll have more than enough time to reflect upon their heinous crime.
you say so, Chief.
I'll let you off on this occasion, though your actions were rather brazen. But if you break the code again, well, it's best I don't explain.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief Omna.
Ho, 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 ho! And yet, I cannot help but nod. What has happened is rather odd.
Alright, everyone,
Yes.
once this cinematic, once I finish the cinematics that's about to happen,
Surely does its part. Bonds ride in the purity of the child's soul.
there's a chance I
And
might
makes
end
you
up
whole.
streaming sometime early in the afternoon, or maybe at daytime.
Though still young, you have the
Eastern
potential
time, though.
to become a rider most influential.
You've got potential.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, don't go getting ahead of yourself.
Yes, sir. Huh? Come on, we need to go.
What's that?
The Nargacuga!
I think I might have read something. Oh, so yeah, this is the part that I was saying that would be emotional. Uh-oh, there goes Ratha. Basically, this is before Wings of Ruin. But in the anime, I believe at
He was
the
just
very,
just
very
trying
end,
to protect us.
Lute actually ends up having what is like in the Wings of Ruin, a grandchild. But crap, did I step on this one?
Why? Why did this happen? I'll never forget.
I don't know if Lute is actually a grandfather. I believe he might be. Or that's just something they made Wings of Ruin as its own thing. But, alrighty. Oh, Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. And I know it wasn't another 1 hour stream, but like, I have to get some rest because the Ingrezza pill that I took is starting to take effect. So, uh, I'll uh, I'll try to make another stream tomorrow on Crystal of Atlan some more. Because that's basically been my focus, the game that I've been completely focused, and I know it's free to play friendly because there are stupid people misleading their viewers and the people in the community of the game. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but like Tenek127, he used to make mistakes saying when he looked up release dates because he looked up rumors on certain MMOs. At first, he would say, "Oh, this game might actually come out next month," and then he was like, "Oh, I removed that video because I didn't bother to mention to take it more seriously, you know?" And after that, he started taking things more seriously with MMO content, and he would sometimes leave guides, but then with Crystal of Atlan, he said how it's completely pay to win. No, it is not pay to win. It's actually completely fair play friendly. If you know how to earn the free premium currency. But like, I'll probably make a guide about that soon on, because I did make somewhat of like a tutorial, but I didn't upload it because I ended up closing the whole entire game without even ending the stream regularly. But alright guys, I'll make another stream tomorrow, but of continuing Crystal of Atlan. And I hope you guys have a good night, Eastern time or Western time or whatever. Um, whatever time it is where everyone's at. I hope you guys stay safe and have a good night.